Morning, Goonie here. I want to tell you about I was being lied to this weekend, and I was at a party, and there was like this very huge buffet of the most amazing food, and now I'm going through a challenge that I have put up for myself. And it's one of the points in the challenge is that I will not eat any added sugar for 90 days. Now I am about 30 days into the challenge, 1/3 of the way, and it's been pretty easy. As long as I'm at home, right? So I knew it would be a challenge for me to come to this party and have this really great buffet in front of me. So and there would probably be something like for dessert, something with sugar in it. So I was pretty cool, and I just, baked my own sugar-free, gluten-free cakes, and I brought them so that I wouldn't be tempted to have some of the dessert at the buffet, unless there was fruit, that would be okay. So everything went fine, and I got to the dessert part, and there was this huge dish of blueberries which had been covered in a white chocolate sauce. And I thought, oh my God, I can just have some of the blueberries, and there might be a teeny weeny bit of the white sauce, chocolate sauce on top, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna eat the chocolate sauce. I'm just gonna, just take the berries and then whatever follows along with them, right? And so I took some of the berries and I went to the table and I sat there and I thought, wow, this looks really delicious, and I started eating the berries. And of course there was some chocolate on top of them. There was some of this white, creamy, lovely chocolate, very sweet. And that was just like, I'm just gonna taste a little of it and just enjoy a little of it. That doesn't really matter, I'm not really eating sugar, I'm just having a taste. And as I was sitting there, there was this little voice inside me that said, Goonie, what are you doing? And I was like having this conversation inside my head, and my partner, my roommate, inside roommate said, no, that's not really breaking the rules, you're not really eating the whole dessert, you're just having a little taste of it, and that would be okay, and you've been doing so well all 30 days without sugar at all, you've really been good, and don't worry, it's... And then the voice started saying nobody's gonna know. And you know what? That is one big lie, because I am always going to know. I will always know that I broke the rules that I set up for myself. I will always know that I did not fulfill the commitment that I made to myself. And you know what? I feel that is the most important commitment to fulfill. That is the ones that we make with ourselves, right? Why is it we are so conscious about fulfilling the commitments that we make to everybody else, but the ones we make to ourselves, honestly, somehow we always have some kind of an excuse why we shouldn't, why it wasn't important, and why is it that we don't think we are important enough? That's one big lie, We are the most important people in our lives, right? I know it's not what a lot of people want to hear, and that's not what you're being taught, and it's not the way you're being brought up. You're being brought up, like everybody else is more important than you, right? But my take on this is you are the most important person in your life, because it's your life. And if you're not there, and if you don't take care of yourself, then you don't really have a life, right? So I just realized, that the most important agreements I have are the ones with myself. And if I lie to myself, that's not a good thing. That's really, really not a good thing, because then you will not have like the honesty that you need to have towards other people. If you don't have it with yourself, how can you be honest with everybody else? Why do you think that it's possible to lie to yourself? And you know what? I think you do it every day. I know I do. I lie to myself every single day. I tell myself, it's not really important. It doesn't really matter. You don't matter. Nobody's gonna know. You're not so great. It doesn't really matter what you do and what you say, because nobody's gonna listen anyway. But I'm listening, right? My inner roommate is listening. My deeper self is listening to what my inner roommate is saying, right? So I just want to tell you, people, be honest with yourself and make the decision that you are going to be the most important person in your life, and that the agreements you make with yourself are the most important, and you're going to honor them. Honor yourself. Honor the agreements you make with yourself, because they are important and you are important. Bye.